What's up, everybody? Welcome back. Brandon again. Beyond 531, cycle 2, week 2, bench press day 333 plus rep range week. Also using those joker sets still, as well as the first sets last. However, what I'm doing a little bit different on this pressing day, where I normally would do an as many rep as possible set to finish it off, I'm doing a 5x5 at 210 instead, because there's some form things I wanted to play around with, and I wanted to give myself more time in order to do this. Now, I want to stop rambling because I know you guys don't like that based off my last video, which, by the way, you can find linked in an annotation on the screen right about now. I'm going to jump right into the workout clip. So 210 pounds here. What you'll notice, I'm also wearing a belt. A lot of people ask why, and it's really because it helps remind me to keep myself tight, as well as the way I look at this is very similar to how a basketball player would look at their free throw routine. So anyone who has played basketball before, you probably have the same free throw routine. You do the same thing over and over because you want to develop that consistency, and that's what I want to do here with my bench press. And as you look at my second set here with 240, you'll notice my setup and execution remains consistent, and that's really what I'm going for. Or maybe I'm just ADD. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. But second set here of 240. You'll also notice those clips I'm using. They do weigh 2.5 pounds each. A lot of people ask how much or why is your weight off. Those clips do add 5 pounds when they're combined to the weight I'm using. And trust me, I know. If you watched my first few videos of Wendler, I had the weights all wrong, and it's still something I struggle with just because I'm not used to it. Not to mention, we don't have any 35-pound plates at this gym. It's like the only thing they don't have. But you're watching my third working set here, which is a plus set, obviously, of 270. Ended up getting around 10 reps. Probably could have grinded out one more. One of the things I wanted to mention on this is the first couple times I did Wendler, I found that my bench press really wasn't progressing that much. Since going on to the Beyond 531 protocols and adding jokers and as many reps as possible, even in these few short weeks I've been doing it, I've found my bench press has been progressing quite nicely, so I'm quite happy with that. So here you see the last 10th rep, and I probably could have done one more, but I didn't go for it in this case. So moving on, take a 5-minute rest as per Wendler when you're doing the jokers, and you increase the weight typically between 5 to 10%. Again, given that that gives you some freaky numbers, I'm just going to increase it somewhere between 10 to 20 pounds depending on the lift. So here you see my first joker set of 280. The goal here is to get as many reps as the week calls for. So being the second week, it's a 3 rep range week, so just 3 reps. Now for this, I follow up all of my sets for jokers and all of my sets for first sets last. Hope you guys can follow along with that. I follow that up with a set of 10 of pull-ups or chin-ups. So I will alternate between doing a pull-up or a chin-up. I wanted to not do a cut here just so you guys can see that I don't rest between these. So as soon as I do my bench, I go right to these and do 10 reps. Now, I could probably go a little bit deeper on this normally, but the way that this rack is and given my height, my feet would actually be hitting the floor if I go any lower, so I tried to avoid that. But looking at this, I might just have to switch to another rack that's a bit higher. So I did 10, then I'd rest, and then I'd increase the weight again, so I added another 10 pounds. So here you see 290 pounds on here, and I'm going for 3 reps again. And for these jokers, you're supposed to go as many times as long as you can continue to get the given rep range. So if I were only to get 2 reps or 1 rep, I would stop right then and right there. But I got 3 here. So what did I do right after this? I went and did more pull-ups, which I did not record because, quite honestly, it would be the same. Actually, I could probably just reuse the clip before and you guys would never know. Rested again, then jumped to my other joker set. So this is at 300 pounds, I believe. And again, the goal is 3 reps, which I was able to get. And I probably could have tried for another set at 310, but I really didn't think I had 3 reps in me, so I called it there. Now after this, again, went and did some more pull-ups and moved on to my first sets last. So you use your very first working set weight, which for me, again, was 210. As I mentioned, I wanted to work a little bit on form, so what I'm using is a small PVC pipe here, and I'm placing this more towards the small of my back, right above my belt, and I really want to work on my arch. That's something I have really tough time doing. The flexibility in my back is pretty bad, for those that don't know. I have bone spurs in my lower spine, so it's an excuse, I'm sure, but I just never been able to really create a big arch myself, so this is going to help me, hopefully, really get that arch going. So I did 5 sets of 5, just like this, again, working on that arch. At the conclusion of each one of these sets, I also did 10 pull-ups, and that was my workout. So a lot of benching, but like I said, it's really been helping me increase my bench. Hope you guys enjoy the workout clips. In the meantime, thanks for watching, and as always, stay big.